Hi, I wanted to speak to you guys today about the 7 things that I love about having cancer. And I realize that that seems a little counterintuitive, or if you've had cancer before, you might not feel that way. And I totally get it. But I'm the kind of person that likes to look for, what is there that I can be grateful for, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it right now. So the first thing that's coming up that for me that I love about having cancer is just in one word. It's called freedom. And there are 3 different parts of this for me for freedom. The first one is in food. I had a very regimented type of diet before, several types of diets actually, to try and heal my body. Anybody that's known me in the past with my diets, they might say, oh, she's so good, she's so good. It's not that I'm good. It's that I had dysfunction in my body, and I was trying to heal it and solve it. And I was able to do that through being very regimented. It was more important to me, and there was a greater outcome in being regimented. There was something I was very much looking forward to, which was just feeling healthy and normal. And they recommended that I follow a Mediterranean style diet, plant proteins, eat chicken and fish, and I can't even say that I'm really doing that. I don't really practice much of anything. If I feel like having something, I have it. I used to rarely ever eat sugar. I never really ate grains or beans. All of those things kind of gave me problems in the past. I'm allergic to egg whites. I have issues with dairy. I can't tolerate dairy. So gluten, corn, so many things that I just can't eat. And very recently, before I was ill with cancer, sorry if you can hear my dog dreaming over there, he's barking in his sleep. Before I had cancer, I was on a carnivore diet, which is a complete elimination diet. And all I ate was meat and organs. And I also did have some dairy. I was eating sheep dairy. Sheep dairy was the only dairy that I could tolerate. And that's about it. Yeah, I had egg yolks, meat, organs, and sheep dairy. And I didn't even do that much sheep dairy. It was just like a little bit here and there. And it was the best diet I'd ever been on. I felt excellent. And I think it was because I just eliminated so many things that were probably bothering me. And it's hard to know what those things are when you have a very diverse diet. So I was recommended to do this Mediterranean diet. Don't really follow it that well. I feel like eating sugar. I eat sugar. I never ate sugar before. Got cancer anyway, so I figured, what the heck? Why not? If I want it, I'm going to have it. The other thing that goes along with that is a more relaxed lifestyle. So in general, I'm less regimented. I don't have a lot of things to do in a day. I don't have a big schedule, and I have the privilege to live that way. I recognize that that's a privilege that not everybody gets. And I just often forget what I'm even supposed to be doing because I'm not, like, regimented, and structure works really well for me, but not right now. I'm just trying to relax, trying to calm down, trying to stop the go, and just rest, because that is recommended for cancer as well, is to try to decrease your stressors and decrease the urgency of anything. So I take that approach with my food. I take that approach with my lifestyle. I also take that approach with hugging and seeing people. And I know in this climate of COVID and all that, it can be kind of risky, especially with someone that's getting immunosuppressive therapy, such as chemotherapy, to not hug or see people. And most of the time I do follow that. But on occasion, if I feel like it, I will. And I never understood it before because I saw other cancer patients doing that, but I totally get it now. If you don't know what your life is going to be like, if you don't know what the future holds, then you just start living differently, and you start thinking about things differently, and you want to live. So if you feel like you want to hug someone, you do. And that's what I've been doing. And I don't hug a lot of people. I don't see a lot of people still. I've been very isolated this entire year. literally 365 days, like very isolated because of all the illness that I've had. But I don't see any reason to live like that and to be so like, oh, they're gonna try to hug me, and again become elevated and intensified by it and anxious about it, however you want to say it. I just don't. If they hug me, whatever, it happened, and so far I've been fine. The second thing is I love about it, cancer, is people coming back into my life. And with people coming back into my life, they're giving me, texts and words of encouragement. They're reaching out to me on social media. People are saying things to me that I never even knew that they felt about me. I recently opened up my story to high school, my high school peers, and people are saying things about me from many, many years ago that I didn't even know that I affected their lives that way. And I would just encourage everyone to say those things to people, even if they don't have cancer. Just spread joy, really. Just tell people what they mean to you and praise them when they're doing something great that you like. For example, at work, I often will do that. I can praise people publicly at work. And when I was a float nurse, I would figure out who that person was that was doing such a great job, and I would make sure that their manager knew that someone noticed that they were doing such a great job. I didn't even know that person. It's just putting good things out there in the world to make us all appreciate each other a little bit more, and I appreciate everything that everybody has said to me, and it really did lift my spirits to be hearing these things. So I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. The other thing is that people are giving me gifts. I get gifts at my house quite regularly. And I don't know if you've ever heard of the 5 love languages, but mine is not gifts. I'm actually a minimalist. But what I love about having the gifts is that I know that these people are thinking of me. They're thinking of me, and they're putting good intentions out there. And I'll never not accept a good intention. Good intentions are always welcome for me. So I always appreciate the gifts, and I always appreciate people thinking of me. And the fourth thing is, I would say that I am less shameful. I didn't have a whole lot of shame in the past several years anyway. I think I had more when I was younger, and I really struggled with that. But once I figured out what it was, I was like, oh no, we're not doing this anymore. So I'm even more less shameful than I have been in the past. And what I mean by that is, I chose to shave my head and live bald. I have no eyebrows. I have no eyelashes anymore. I have a big scar on my body, and I don't hide any of it, and I don't care to hide any of it. There's nothing for me to be ashamed of. I didn't do this to myself. This is just something that happened. It can happen to anyone. It's not very common that it would happen, particularly at this age, but I have nothing to be ashamed of. Anything that has happened to me during this cancer journey, and I'm talking about like constipation, diarrhea, wearing Depends. I had to wear Depends, and I'll get more into that in a minute. I don't care. It does not bother me. I have nothing to be ashamed of. The fifth thing is that I can pull what they call the cancer card. And I've done this on just one occasion, really. I pulled 2 occasions, actually. One occasion. I've pulled the cancer card on an occasion where we recently adopted a puppy. It was actually a gift. The puppy adoption was a gift. And I used my driver's license to apply for that adoption. And then I lost it. I don't know where my driver's license went. So I had to go to DMV and, try to get a new license. Well, I show up and they say, you have to have an appointment. And I vaguely remember this from my peer group, like that we needed an appointment, but it just didn't sink in. And I was really ticked off about it because I was wearing a Depends that day because the chemotherapy, something went awry, and I had lost control of my bowels. And so there I am, like I had the dog situated, the puppy situated at home. I was wearing my Depends, I was ready, and then I couldn't go in, and I had to make an appointment. And so as I'm standing there trying to figure out on this flyer how to make an appointment, the guy is letting in 65 and older, which I appreciate. I know what happens when you become 65 and older, and I respect that. But I was also in active cancer treatment. So I went over to the guy and I said, I see you're letting in 65 and older, which I totally understand. I was like, but do you have anything for active cancer treatment? And I pulled off my hat, and he goes, oh yeah, just go inside and tell him that you have a disability. So I didn't have to have an appointment. I was able to just go in, and I was in and out within an hour, probably not even an hour, which was really great. And then the other thing that I've done with pulling the cancer card is when I go in and out of Costco, they're always trying to sell you stuff. I'll often rip off my hat, and these people just dart their eyes. They don't even want to look at you because they're like, oh, bald woman, and it freaks them out. So I'm a little naughty, and I use my bald head to like get out of stuff. And I had to take a picture for my license with my bald head, and I might even keep my bald head picture for a while, so if I get pulled over, they'll be like, oh, she had cancer, how sad. The sixth thing is lack of body hair. So after the first treatment, my hair started falling out, and then I shaved my legs, shaved under my arms, and I never had to do it again. It just never grew back. So sometime around, mid-October, I haven't had to shave again. And it will grow back. I know that it will, just like my eyebrows and my eyelashes. But I haven't had to do that, and that's pretty great because it saves a lot of time, which is the seventh thing, saving a lot of time. I don't have to wash my hair. I don't have to blow dry my hair. As a minimalist, I usually don't wear makeup either, so I did buy something to like fill in eyebrows, and I have like magnetic lashes if I feel like wearing it, just for fun, but most of the time I don't wear that stuff, and I'm just here as I am. Like I said, I don't have a lot of shame. I have nothing to be shameful of. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with my face. I don't have to cover up anything. I don't have to hide. But I save a lot of time because I don't have hair to wash or dry, or not that I ever did much of drying and fixing it anyway. But yeah, just saving a lot of time. So those are the 7 things that I love about having cancer. And if you could, please comment below if you had a different experience, or if you agree or disagree with what I'm saying. I would love to hear your thoughts. And I hope that you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that I can share this story with others and hopefully support someone along their journey. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.